Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Happy Wednesday to you. We're going to take obviously a quick look here at Bitcoin, see what's going on. We're going to dive into the backend data here and quickly recognize what the liquidation levels look like. So we'll just jump right in there, kind of see where we're at. So again, thanks for joining me here. If you want to become a better trader, again, cryptocash.tech is a site. Link down below, got a trading academy, community, and signals group. So this is the last 7 days of liquidation. So we got some pretty heavy levels here. 65,000 as one for the longs. And of course, we got this 74.7 round number, 75,000 for the shorts. So how much of a potential reality do we have of the price going up and down at this point? Well, we're going to try to find that out based on indicators, but the truth is every time we have a fake out, the price just keeps going higher. And I'm really starting to speculate that 50s and 60s are a thing of the past. Okay, and again, this cycle is different than most. A lot of people are kind of trying to, rationalize what's going on and why it's different. But truth is, ETFs and inflation are big variables that we never saw coming. Well, I wouldn't say never, but truth is, now that they're here, they're changing the game a lot. So we just got to respect the fact that the market has a lot of strength, and I think trying to short into it is a bad idea. So either way you look at it, take a look here. Shorts are closer to getting wrecked than the longs. That's really the easy way to understand it here. Again, 74.7 is that heavy concentration on the charts. So we'll go ahead and mark that there just to be on the safe side so we can kind of see what that looks like. I do apologize. I know my charts look kind of funky with all these lines. I'll try to clean it up here soon, but generally speaking, these are all previous weekly or daily candlestick closures that I think are important to recognize. So I like to kind of leave that there just to be on the safe side. Just kind of give perspective of what that looks like. Okay, so this is the 75,000 round number area. That's where all liquidation is hedged at. Okay, and again, lower liquidation levels, I think it was 65, right? So right there in that 65K range. Is that correct? Yep, 65. All right. So now that we got that kind of all there, we just kind of get perspective that we're closer to the upper price action, so a liquidity sweep to the upside makes more sense. Is that a guarantee? No, but it is a statistical probability. Let's quickly look at the weekly timeframes here, just kind of get some perspective. I know I touched on this throughout the weekend, but I like to kind of revisit this to be on the safe side. And we can kind of verify that we're truly bullish in every stretch of the imagination, okay? There's nothing here that shows it's bearish or wants to discontinue. Just keep in mind we are getting closer to our top with stochastic RSI, letting us know maybe within the next few weeks we could see that pullback. There is speculation that the price will pull back going into the Bitcoin halving, which I would welcome. I have a lot of limit orders set between now and 50,000. Okay, they get exponentially larger as it goes down. Okay, now that may not be a good strategy because we may not even see the price come down that low. But truth is, if there is a pullback and we do experience somewhat of a correction, which would actually be very healthy, then we're going to probably see something along the lines of this. Right? These are typical standard fib levels based on larger time frames here. If you draw that from the most recent low to the most recent high, I don't prescribe to this because I don't generally try to draw out my fib levels on until the candlestick is closed yet. So today's candle isn't closed yet, so this may become invalidated. But generally speaking, it's the 52, 56, and $61,000 range is the rough estimate of where we could see the price action pull back to. Again, I don't really think that's a firm reality. If you're waiting for that to happen, it may never occur. So just please understand that. That's why dollar cost averaging is important. Leading into that, though, we can see money flow index insanely high. As long as the MFI remains high, we have no reason to consider the price action will pull back. We haven't seen the MFI drop below 70 since February 8th. It's been 5 weeks now going strong. So literally, there's no reason to consider shorting when we have all these factors present, especially stochastic RSI swinging to the upside and MACD still holding very strong. Okay? It's slowly leveling off, but it's still showing a lot of strength. So these are all bullish continuation signs that we see that implies the price will likely go up before it goes down. Okay? Again, there's going to be some kind of situation where the price pulls back. We could see some kind of exchange go belly up and then the price wicks down like we kind of saw back here, and we get some aggressive fills down to that low level. I really enjoyed this little lower fill because I got a nice average position at about 60,000 with my dollar cost averaging on the way down. Okay. Again, different strategies for different folks, but I would recommend DCA on your way down. Just add some limit orders in case the price gets filled. You should be in good shape. Again, this is a bit egregious, a little bit bold, but I do really think 150 to 300,000 for Bitcoin in the next couple of years before it decides to pull back, or at least once it discovers its all-time high, is very much a probability. Again, I know that's a big number there, but I really think that we're on target to see something along those lines. Either way you look at it at this point here, let's look at the 4 hour and quickly just note that we are starting to see the price action, get closer to 70. As the RSI gets closer to 70, we're more likely to break. So we have potential for further upside, or more importantly, once we break through this resistance on the RSI, the price will continue higher. And again, you got to recognize the relative strength index has its own little ways of working because it is kind of the perception of the coin, right? So people see it right now as, you know, getting closer to overbought, and in turn, people are trying to sell, but market movers want you to do that. They're going to consistently keep trying to buy into that. So to me, at this point here, I think that this being above 50, below 70 is always going to be bullish till we break down below, which we haven't seen in months. Last time we were below 50 on the RSI was February 25th. That technically was a very short-lived scenario there. Okay, we haven't really substantially been below that level since January. So to me personally, at this point, until we drop below 50 in the RSI, I have no reason to consider Bitcoin is going to drop. That's really just how I view it. Again, MACD is telling us we have potential shift in momentum there, potential divergence, which makes sense. Stochastic's already kind of forecasting that. So the truth is the price could very well pull back, and we've seen a lot of manipulation hunts, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see another one here coming soon. Okay? But the truth is we got a ton of volume here at this current price point. In fact, let's zoom out just a little bit and look at the last, this is since roughly the beginning of the month. This is about 2 weeks worth of data here. We can see we have a heavy amount of volume, right about 67,000. So if you're going to set some limit orders, 67,000 would be an appropriate area to have a heavy interest, if you will, in case the price wicks down to that level. Okay? Because we know that it'll likely bounce if it comes down to that range. Secondary to that would be 68.5, and now, of course, 71.5. So we got these, very interesting marks on the chart there, letting us know that we are definitely due for a correction, but we're also more than likely due to consider the price continuing higher. We got to just come to terms with the fact that it's just going to keep going until it doesn't. No one truly knows what that looks like. I think somebody asked me, like, hey, how do we know when we're at the top? Well, a lot of times there are some indications that you can find. Most of the time it's just, it's usually money flow index when the price is flowing away from the coin. We haven't seen that yet, so that's the case. But either way you look at it here, this little X on the chart, this was a confirmation for a short signal. Remember I mentioned yesterday if the price ends up dropping down because it was roughly in this range when we talked about this last. And I said, wait for confirmation. So if you took a short yesterday based on my analysis saying that things were looking bearish in the short term, you did it wrong because I said specifically to wait and make sure that you do not get in until we have at least 4 hours of confirmation below the cloud. This is a key level support too at 70,000. It's one of those psychological support levels. So I think 70K will probably continue to hold. Once we break below soundly, then we can consider shorting, I think. That's really just the bottom line. But right now, there is zero consideration to short. We have a long ways to go before we have any confirmation that the price action has shifted official momentum. So do not short this coin. And what does that mean for alts? Well, it means that alts should continue to surge, pending Bitcoin dominance doesn't do anything nasty on us here. Okay. So again, simply the way best to understand it is as Bitcoin dominance increases, the price of alts goes down because money's coming from altcoins, all the profit that's been taken, and they cycle it back into Bitcoin. It's just a constant revolving door, and with Bitcoin dominance being highish today, we could experience some pullback, especially if it continues to break this 55%, 54% level. Okay? Just something to pay attention to. Is it concrete? No, but certainly a helpful tool that we use in our community. So congrats to our community members for some awesome profits here recently. All I can say is I'm super thankful and happy to be able to work with you. Guys and gals, you're awesome. You're a great part of my life. So thank you so much for that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow if you haven't already. Comment below too. It really helps grow the channel. And I just look forward to hearing from you. And hope you have a good rest of your day. Feel free to reach out to me through our website or Discord, of course, so you can DM me. Just know I'll never direct message you first. There's a lot of scammers out there. Just trust me on that. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. All right. Thanks again so much. We'll look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Oh, very last thing, I'm sorry. Just to all my BingX users, make sure you use the link down below to enroll in this contest. We have, 2 weeks to go and get this registration. All we need is 30 people to register, and we're good to go. If you registered previously, you're already kind of grandfathered in there, but you do actually have to hit the link down below to register for this. Again, thank you, Bitunix, for an awesome opportunity for some really cool stuff. We'll look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Have a good rest of your day.